Hello everybody, this is Rockhard Gamer 45 back again with a video I wanted to make months ago. I said I was going to make months ago, but I never actually got to it. Quite a few months ago now, I said I made a top 5 worst Doom guns. So they were 5 of my weapons that I didn't really like in Doom, but really covered snap map out of all the games. So now I eventually get into top 5 Doom weapons. Of course, this doesn't just cover snap map, it covers every Doom out there. So we might see a nice variety. I mean, some of these are going to be pretty obvious on the list, there's no doubt about that. But however, what might be different is what I like about that certain weapon, or in what order it's going to appear. Once again, of course though, this is just my opinion, so if any of these weapons that you don't like I can understand, or if they're a different order I can also understand. And of course I would love to know what your favourite weapon is down below. But without further ado, let's get started. Number 5, in the new Doom, this gun wasn't that great, but I still loved it anyway. It's a really powerful weapon, and that's the plasma gun. Or the plasma rifle. Got different names. Anyway, what I love about this weapon, especially in the old Doom, it really was a great weapon against hordes of lower enemies. If you see a nice group of imps or demons come after you, and then the plasma gun is definitely a weapon of choice for me. It's so good. It literally is kind of, in a way, just as powerful as a shotgun, but it's much quicker at shooting. It eats ammo fast, but yet it's so entertaining to use. It definitely deals with the issue, and I thought the plasma gun, even in the old game, is really good against the tougher enemies. So if you put it out, you're likely going to take down the Hell Knights, Barons, the Mancubus, the Arachnotron, Archvile, even like Cyber Demon is an excellent weapon against. In the new Doom, it definitely wasn't as powerful, yet I still loved it. I thought it was just as good against the lower class enemies. More tougher enemies like the Baron, it was definitely not a go-to weapon, yet it still did work if you did use it. Just not as good. But overall, the plasma gun was an excellent weapon in all the games. I loved the plasma gun, and it's just amazing to use. Okay, so now let's get on to number 4. Definitely a classic gun, and we have the shotgun. The shotgun is definitely not the most powerful gun out there, and it's definitely not the worst. It's a gun that you can use from the very start, and you can use it at the very end of the game as well. Yes, it's not as powerful it would be in the first half of the game, yet it's still insanely good. The shotgun gives a nice powerful blast, it's really quick, it's really decent against enemies that are far away. It's save ammo, you can use that to definitely plough through loads of imps and soldiers and demons, it's definitely good for that part. Shotgun, it's even a nice weapon against enemies like the Cacodemia or the Revenant, although it is kind of slow against Revenants. Every game has been incredibly fun, and I just always loved the shotgun. Number 3, we have the rocket launcher. Okay, the rocket launcher is definitely not as good in the new game, I don't think. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of the rocket launcher in the new Doom game. I thought that the gun was average. It wasn't terrible, there's no doubt that. It wasn't a bad gun. It just could have been a lot better. It felt like it took a lot of shots to kill lots of enemies. Even monsters such as the normal soldiers, which would have been the chain gunner, can survive pretty much a rocket to the face and still live, which I really didn't think that was a good thing. I thought the rocket launcher, especially in the new game, should be able to plough through hundreds of these demons at a time. But no, that didn't happen. But the reason I put it so high on this list is because of the old game. Doom 1, Doom 2, maybe even Doom 64. They're the games that really showed off the potential of the rocket launcher, and they done it incredibly well. The rocket launcher was an outstanding weapon in them Doom games, especially in levels that people have made in the future, such as slaughter maps. They're really fun. There's nothing more entertaining than taking down about 70 or 80 revenants with a rocket launcher, ploughing through hundreds and hundreds of imps, cacodemons, barons, hell knights. No matter what the monster is, it'll plough through it. It's such a powerful weapon. It's so good to see loads of imps just get squished into pieces as well. Rocket launcher in the old game was definitely what made it so high on this list. I wish the rocket launcher in the new game was as good. It's definitely not a bad gun, but not as my favourite. But it didn't really need that. It definitely lived up to its amazing legacy in the original Doom. It's definitely a go-to weapon. It's insanely powerful. It's insanely fun to use. Incredible. I absolutely love it. Amazing weapon. Just wish it was as good in Doom 2016. Number 2. Super shotgun. Okay, this was really close between this and number 1. I really was going to put this in number 1, but I couldn't. And of course, the super shotgun probably is my most used weapon in Doom history. It's such a good weapon. It just gives that such an incredible blast, and it just destroys everything in its way, turning everything into pretty much just a million pieces. It's so powerful. It's so easy to use. It's so fun to use. It takes down anything from literally any enemy is great against it. There's no specific game where it's at its best. They're good in every single game. New Doom is amazing. Old Doom is amazing. Doom 64 is amazing. The gun is just overall incredible. And like I said, it's definitely, I think, one of the most satisfying guns in the game to use. It was just beaten by a little bit for number one, while the obvious choice is going to come on in next. But of course, I couldn't swap that for number one, because number one really is an amazing gun. And somehow, if you haven't figured out what number one is yet, of course, it's the BFG 9000, obviously. How could I not put this at number one? This is definitely probably one of the most powerful and most exciting guns in FPS history, at least in my opinion anyway. There's been very few guns that demolish enemies like this gun. There's been very few games that give such satisfaction when using the gun than Doom. And that gun, of course, the BFG 9000, will go down in history as one of the best guns of all time. The BFG uses 40 cells at a time, but that 40 cells could take down hordes on hordes and hordes of demons. It's unbelievable. What a gun the BFG 9000 is. Definitely a gun that everyone's going to remember probably the most, and it's the most satisfying gun you're probably ever going to use ever. That's why I had to put that at number one. Just beat the super shotgun. Anyway, that was 5 guns that I absolutely love in Doom, my all-time favourite. Is it going to change in the future? Who knows? I don't know if ever going to be topped as number one and number two, because that'd be incredibly hard. But we have come close to some good guns in the past. I just wish that they're not many of the exclusive new Doom games or guns were that good. Some were nice. The Gauss Cannon was actually quite alright. I mean, the Hellshot was good, and the rest of the guns were either okay or pretty bad. It's such a shame, because I really was hoping there's going to be some new amazing guns, but there wasn't anything incredibly special. Anyway, this has been Rock Hard Gamer 45. I'd love to see your favourite gun down below. It'd probably be the SSG. I would say it'd be the SSG, the BFG, or the rocket launcher. They're just always the all-time favourite, and I can see why, because they're mine as well. So anyway, been Rock Hard Gamer 45, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.